welcome to the Composer's Life podcast. My name is Nadia Mayer, and today I'm here interviewing composer Virginia Leo. Hello, Virginia.
Hi, hello.
So, Virginia is a pianist, vocalist, and composer for adaptive and interactive media, so being things like virtual reality, video games, and some film. She recently graduated with her bachelor's honors degree in sound for games and apps at the DBS Sound and Music Institute in Bristol. And
Mhm.
she's been recognized for her recent achievements in composing at the yearly Global Game Jam and sorry, I just lost my place. And
It's
scoring
okay.
the nature documentary Peregrine Coast by Andrew Salter, and composing for the Nordic Game Jam live stream on Twitch. So, big mouthfuls of things to say. But yeah, Virginia and I met because I reached out to her once. I found her website online while looking for composers in the industry, and we started talking and became friends, and we've just stayed in touch
Yeah,
ever since. So
yeah.
yeah,
That was a while ago now.
I know. It seems like, yeah, I don't even know when that was, like
I can't
February,
remember.
maybe
Something like that.
even
Yeah.
before, but
January, February.
yeah. So you're graduated, and
Yes.
that must feel great.
It is. It's so nice. It's so good. I couldn't wait to finally start working on my career rather than, focusing
Yeah,
on dissertations and
like
stuff. So,
homework.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a much different thing to compose and make sound and everything
Oh
for
my
your
gosh.
teacher's projects than it is to
Yes.
actually do stuff you want to be
It's so
doing.
nice. And I had people asking me for commissions while I was studying, so I
Right.
was freelancing and finishing my final year, and it was just kind of hectic. So
Oh
now I
my
I
gosh.
just focus on the freelancing,
Yeah,
which is nice.
that's a lot better probably.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so cool. So, how did you balance all of that at the end of your semester?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't actually know. There was people asking me. I did some music for a podcast as well, an animation,
Mhm.
a YouTube channel, and I was like, God, you're really asking me at the worst time. but
Yeah, this
but
timing.
somehow I finished. I did it. I did university. I balanced everything. I kind of
Yeah.
I'm not very good at doing things early, so I like to leave things kind of late. But
Yeah.
I mean, who
Do things
doesn't?
at the last second.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
that's kind of
fun.
typical.
Yeah, no, I was the same. I do the same thing, especially in school. Like with school projects, I was
Yes,
like, like
because
I'll
the
do my
motivation
best,
is
but
lower. It's like
yeah,
you're not really. It's like it's school. It's not
no
someone
one else is
expecting
gonna
you to.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Well, that's really cool. So now you can kind
yeah.
of just chill and actually
Yeah,
work
and
on
I even got a
everything.
first, so I didn't even have to worry about anything. I did my best and I got the best.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I was really happy
Congratulations.
about that. Thank
How
you.
many people were studying in your program?
Gosh, only in 10 or something.
Oh,
A lot of people
wow.
leave because they realize it's not what they wanted. Because
Mm.
a lot of people oh, video games, and then they start doing it, and they're like, oh my god, this is really hard, and it's really different. And some people, I think, are just not ready for it.
Yeah.
So
Well, it
yeah.
seems super niche as well, like really specific thing to study, you know.
It
I
is. It
I feel
is.
like things in music and sound design and stuff, it's not like, oh, I'm studying communications or like
Yes,
something kind of more general. It's
yeah.
really specific
It's very
stuff.
abstract, and
Yeah.
games particularly are very technical, so I can finally just focus on doing music because I've just been doing so much technical stuff that
Yeah.
it's nice to
That's
finally do what I
amazing.
want to do.
Well, to backtrack a bit, how did you get into music and composing in the first place? What's your background story?
So music, I always say that I've said this before, but my first love was gaming, and then second love was music, and
Nice.
because I played video games when I was earlier than I started playing piano. So I
Yeah.
started playing piano when I was about 8 years old, 9 years old. Um, and then I guess my parents really wanted me to play an instrument because my family is quite musical.
Mm.
and I couldn't really find the instrument that I liked, so I started out with clarinet and saxophone, because
Oh,
of
wow.
Squidward and Lisa Simpson. Because I was so young, that's all I
Yeah.
knew.
Like, those are cool.
But then I couldn't do any like things with my lungs; they just weren't very good. So I thought
Mm.
piano would be like more appropriate. And
Mhm.
yeah, I had private lessons with the ABRSM, which is the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music, and
Mhm.
I did all of my grades apart from grade 8 because I started university and it got like I couldn't focus on that.
Yeah.
So
That kinda happens when you
yeah.
go to university, you're like, "Okay,
Yeah,
everything I was doing
okay.
before, just it's just out the
Just on
window."
pause. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. So I didn't finish that, but I did all my other grades, music theory, and all privately. And
Mhm.
then I thought about doing performance, so I started doing performance in college before university
Mhm.
because I wanted to become like a concert pianist or something. And then I realized that like I didn't really want to do that because it means like 8 hours a day of piano.
That is exactly what happened to me too. I was like, "I wanna be a concert pianist," and I was like, "But I
Yeah.
hate practicing more than
Yes.
anything else in life." I probably shouldn't
Exactly.
do that.
I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't do that. It's like
No.
you know exactly what I mean then.
Yeah.
And I feel like you really need to like have a certain type of personality to
Commitment.
really
Mm,
yes, exactly.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, maybe not. And then I realized that video games like I love them so much that I was like, wait, why am I not like doing something
Mm,
with them maybe? And I found like a course that said like sound for games. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. And also the fact that like performance for me was like one time I'm not very like confident on stage. I mean, I'd
yeah.
like to be, but I'm just not.
It's a
And
dream.
it's the dream. I'd love to be confident because I
Yeah.
know I can, like I know I can do it, but it was just really difficult. And I thought, do you know what, maybe like composing is the thing because composing means like being behind a screen and
Mhm.
thousands of people get to listen to your music, but they don't get to see you
Mhm.
do it,
Yeah.
which is
There's
like
no pressure to
nice.
do it
Yeah.
perfectly while you're
But at the
yeah.
same time, like there is no pressure, but also there kind of is because every time you post your music online,
Oh, yeah.
loads of people are gonna hear it. So it's similar but different in a way. And I think
Mhm.
that's like the way that I want to be doing music is yeah, like an under the hood. Wait, is that
Mhm.
is that how
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
say it?
I
Yeah,
get what you're
yeah,
saying. I know
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah. So that's kind of yeah, and composition was like one of the modules when I was doing performance. So I kind of started then in 2018,
Mhm.
and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to university, and then we did one module on composition. It was like 3 months. So really, like I haven't learned composition like hardly. It's I've
Like,
only done
studied
like
it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
3 months of composition in my life
Yeah.
in an educational institute. So the rest is
Mhm.
just, I don't know,
Your
just
heart.
me. Yeah, my heart.
Yeah.
Yes, precisely. Precisely. All comes from within.
I mean, the cool thing about composing, though, is, like, you don't have to
Mm.
study it, at
Yeah,
a school to be good
yeah,
at it or to be
that's very true.
successful, so,
That's really true.
yeah, that's
But
awesome.
then, like the music theory, I'm always like, oh, maybe I should like brush up
Mm.
my skills, and then I don't know. I just
No,
don't
I
have the
feel I
motivation.
feel that way, and I studied for 4 years, so I think
Wow,
that's just a
composition.
normal yeah, so I think that's just, like, a normal thing,
Wow.
and I guess it's, like, when talking to other composers, they, like,
Yeah.
know different things than you do, so you feel
Yeah.
like, "Oh, maybe
That's
I
true.
should know what that is," but I don't know, like, for me, I read music really well, like, I can sight read really well on the
Oh, that's
piano,
really cool.
but
Wow.
I when you talk to me about, like, harmony and, like,
Mm.
chords and what,
Mm.
the 5/7 of 2 is and all of that stuff, I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm lost, I don't
Yeah.
know," and I studied that, so I don't know, it's just kinda like, who
Yeah.
I feel like you have to find what works for you, and obviously, like,
That's really
learning
nice.
new things would help, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like I
because
feel
I
like it's
feel
fine.
like that like what is it whenever I look at music theory videos on YouTube, everyone says that like music theory is like a color palette for like an artist, so you have like a
Yeah,
palette of that you can work with,
right.
and like that's really nice way to put it. But when I compose, music theory is like
Yeah,
not in my, I don't think about it at all. Like I
yeah.
completely throw it away.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
want to
the
think about it.
exact
So
same. Yeah.
yes.
It's more just like, oh, what's this melody that I'm
Yeah.
hearing, or, adding the
Yeah.
notes in as you go. Yeah, I'm the same way like
Exactly.
that.
But then when it comes to like maybe if I had to score, then it's an issue because like I don't like doing notation or sight reading.
Mm.
So like all of my pieces are just lying somewhere in my computer MIDI.
Yeah,
Like
instead
so
of actually written out on
which
a
is a bit
score.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. The nice thing is you could probably hire someone to do that if it came down to it.
That's true.
Just go
I'm
through.
sure like I could, but it would take me like at least a week or
Yeah,
something. So.
yeah, I know what you mean. That was
Oh,
like not every project that I had, we had to make a score for it, but the ones we did,
right.
I waited till the last second and I was like, why
Oh.
did I not just write the
Oh.
notes down as I was going? Because going back through and like looking at the MIDI notes is just,
Oh
it's not the best
gosh.
way, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds a
over.
bit rough.
Yeah. So, I don't know a lot about gaming and
Hmm.
games, but what was like the first video game that kind of got you into gaming that you were like, "Oh my gosh, I love this."
Oh, that's a really hard question.
Yeah.
Like mostly like it's quite funny because when people talk about like retro games, so like when they started gaming, most
Mhm.
people like born in the 90s would be like, oh, Donkey Kong Country and like, oh, all these kind of like old Nintendo games. And for
Those
me,
are
it
actually
was
the only games I know,
oh,
so
really? Oh, that's really cool. No, this
yeah.
is great. This is great.
Yeah.
No, that's really important to know those. But at the same time, I didn't grow up with them.
Mm.
I grew up with like extremely niche Windows 98 like computer games that no one knows, like Playmobil.
Okay.
Like there was one called Alex Builds His Farm and like Laura's Adventure or something,
Mhm.
and those were like absolutely amazing for me when I was a kid. I was like
Mm.
so into those kind of like Lego games as well on the
Oh, yeah.
computer. Just like and Sims. Oh wow. Okay. Sims. I just said it. The key
Yeah.
word here is
Yeah.
Sims.
Yeah. I
That
don't know
sparked
anyone
everything.
who doesn't feel
Yes.
that way.
And the music in Sims 1 is like actually masterpiece. Like I
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's just like amazing jazz, piano, jazz, like, I don't know, I can't, most of it is jazz piano, but then there's also like samba, there's rock, there's so many
Just
genres,
every
because, yeah, because when you listen to the radio on The Sims, you have all the genres you can pick, and it was just like a playground of sounds that,
Mm.
I used to just build houses and listen to jazz when I was like,
You're
yeah,
like,
like
this is the
10.
life.
Yeah, yeah, that was the life, and
That's so funny.
definitely that really intrigued me. But you never really realize the music, like how good the music is when you're playing games, because
Hmm.
it's so like subconscious that you don't really take it in.
Yeah,
So when
that's
you
kind
get
of the
older and
point.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
point, exactly. But when
Hmm.
like you grow older and then you start actually studying, music and stuff, then you go back and play these games and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
you don't realize it until like later. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I only remember Sims on my friends' computers because like I
Oh,
wasn't really into games, but
yeah.
I do remember watching it. But I obviously I didn't notice the music. I would have to go back and
Yeah,
listen.
you should. You need to go back.
Just
I'll send
hear
it to you
what kind
later.
of
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Sims 1, like
That's so
house
funny.
built and themes. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really cool, like how you were talking about, you're like, oh, I should be a concert pianist. And then you're like, oh, actually, I don't even really love doing this. Cause I had like
Yeah.
a very similar thing where I was like,
Yeah.
well, I know how to play piano and I don't know what else I want to study in school. So I guess
Mhm.
I'll just, perform. And then I was like,
Yeah.
what? No, I
Yes.
don't want to do this. my
And
whole
it's
life.
so nice to like have people relate to that, because I think that even people that are listening to this now will be like, "Oh, that's me," and it's like,
Yeah.
it's nice to relate to that,
Yeah. Well,
definitely.
and especially today, there are so many more options. I don't know if I
Oh
said that right, but
wow, yeah,
for studying like sound
yeah,
and music and composing, like you don't even
uh-huh,
have to just get a degree in composing. Like you can get
yeah.
specific,
That's really
degrees for
true.
things. So
That's
that's
very
really cool.
true. I
And
was
I,
thinking of even doing a master's, but then I was like, you know
yeah.
what? I don't really need to. I just need to do
hmm
what I'm doing now. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I again, same. I'm in the same boat. I'm like, maybe someday I'll go back and get my master's degree, like when I want
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
teach.
that's
But
exactly what I say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was just like, I just want to like actually do everything I learned in school now and apply it
Mhm.
to life. So yeah, I feel that as
Yes.
well.
100%.
Yeah. So how did you get into like collaborating um
Mhm.
in the way of like composing for other people's projects? Like what was your first
Sure. My
opportunity?
first opportunity was for a video game, which is like amazing because usually you kind of build up to that and do other things.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really lucky, and I was doing basically for games specifically. If you want to be a composer for games, you should really attend game jams,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the way you collaborate with other people, and it's teamwork, and you really feel like the sense of how it would be. And I've done about 6 of them now, I think, or 7, and I met someone at the game jam, and this is a really good like story, that basically when I started university, I knew nothing about sound for
Mm-hmm.
games. Like it's completely different to composition. There's like softwares and things you have to learn.
Yeah.
So I just dived in, and my tutor was like, "Hey, there's a global game jam happening." And I started university in September, and the global game jam's every January. So I literally was in university for like 3 months, 4 months, and then I was like, okay, let's try this global
Yeah.
game
You're
jam.
like, oh, okay.
It sounds kind of big because like everyone does it all over the world at the same time,
That's
and
crazy.
it's amazing. It was such a good opportunity, and I just threw myself at it. I was like, I'm
Mm.
going, and it was in this VR lab in Bristol, and I didn't know anyone. I didn't know what was going on. I had just literally no clue, and I just walked into this room with like loads of people, and it was kind of intimidating as well because you need to network and you need to make groups.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I need to find a group, and like
Yeah.
everyone's an introvert, so it's like
Hey, that's
a
nice
room
though.
full of introverts trying to
Yeah,
group up,
that's
and
funny.
I made so many friends, and like I'm so glad I did it, because one of the people I grouped up with, I've actually done every single game jam with him, like every
Oh,
global
cool.
game jam. We always team up now every year,
Every
and he
time.
yeah, every time. He's great, and he also later on he was like, "Hey, I'm working on this game called Havakabi,
Mhm.
and yeah, do you want to make the main theme?" And I didn't really acknowledge what was happening. I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then later on, my friend was like, "Cool, you're doing the main theme for Havakabi," and I was like, "Wait, am I?"
Like, oh, what?
oh, I didn't realize. And I
Real.
went back to Alex, the developer. I was like, "Oh wow, thank you so much! Like this is great. My
Mm.
first like game job. Holy crap!" And
Yeah, that's so cool.
yeah, I was super happy. And then it took a few months, and yeah, I finished it. Now you can listen to it on SoundCloud, but the game is not published yet.
Mhm.
So if you need to follow up on that, it's just gonna be like one day on Twitter he will announce what's happening with it.
Yeah. Well,
But
I'll include like the
yeah,
SoundCloud link in the
yeah,
description for the episode
for
or something. So,
Havakabi, yeah, that'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's so
And
cool.
it was just through honestly every job I've had so far, whether it be games or film or anything, it's
Mhm.
always just been through meeting and networking. Like I've never applied to a job in my
Mm.
life. Like I've
Yeah.
never gone on LinkedIn or anything.
Yeah.
Like I just get them through people hearing about my music, and then coming to me and be like, "Oh, I heard you did this. This is great. Do you want to work with me?" And it's all just word of mouth, really.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
So, yeah, the game jam sounds so fun because
it
I
is.
actually I had a teacher at Berkeley and I was taking a video game like intro music
Oh,
class,
cool. Oh, you totally,
and
yeah, that's
yeah,
amazing.
he also went to Berkeley, and
Wow.
I think he either did composition or film scoring, and he
Mm-hmm.
left Berkeley and he like wanted to get into the film industry and stuff, and then he was like, these are not my people. Like the people
Yes.
in the film industry are
Yes.
like a little bit harsher and
I
like harder to
completely
work with
agree.
and stuff. And then he
Yeah.
found the video game industry and he was like,
The best people
introverts,
ever.
really nice people. I love this. This is so much better.
They're so lovely. Everyone
Yeah.
in the gaming community is just
Mhm.
so nice and like friendly, and then film industry is just really intimidating,
Yeah. And no
honestly.
offense to people in the film industry.
No,
It's
because
just
like
it is more
kudos to you,
intimidating.
because
Yeah.
film industry is like amazing to work in. It
Mhm.
must be so rewarding.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it's not my people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So what are your plans now that you've graduated and stuff? So you said you have
Yeah.
people that have already reached out to you, and are you just
Hmm.
gonna kind of keep going with that? And
Well, like luckily university kind of helped me because with my dissertation, so my dissertation was about music education and gamification. So
mm-hmm.
gamification is like, if anyone doesn't know, it's kind of turning anything that isn't a game into a game. So I'm kind of trying to find a way to make music, like music theory, more into a game,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't enjoy music theory, and I think if it was gamified, I would be more interested in it. So it's
You
kind of
actually
stemmed
want
from
to
like
learn
me, but yeah,
it. Yeah.
like it's kind of like how I want to learn it, and
Yeah.
I think that other people would also like that. So I wrote like I mean, I don't want to go on and on about it because I
Oh
wrote
no,
like
please. It's
thousands of
fine.
words about it, and like
Yeah.
my brain hurts just thinking about it right now.
You're like, I need a break from this.
Yeah. Yeah, I need like at least 6 months. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my dissertation, I had to do primary research, so I had to like interview music teachers, and I showed them my concept game, which was called Clef Kingdom.
Mm.
And it was kind of like a fantasy game where you use the keyboard, like your piano keyboard, as the game controller, and
Oh,
you have
that's
to,
cool.
yeah, so like there would be, if you need to attack or like defend, it's kind of like turn-based RPG, which is like the old school Final Fantasy games. So if you want to attack, you have to play and sight read the motif on the screen, and then that
Mm.
will perform the action. And I showed a few people, and they were like, "Wow, this is really good. I'm really interested. Do you want to come and do a workshop in my school?" And I was like, "Wait, the game doesn't
Whoa.
exist.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a
That's awesome.
concept."
You're like, I can't actually teach your students how to use this yet. I haven't actually made anything.
Exactly. I was like, I don't know how to make this. Like, I need a team of people to help me, and coders
Yeah.
and programmers. So I didn't, obviously, I explained to them, but they were like really interested that I knew this stuff, and like the technology side to music, and I
Mhm.
might, like, we'll see, might be working in one of these schools soon. So
Oh,
I'm,
really?
yeah, I'm hoping that like that stemmed a future career, because I wasn't really sure about teaching. I was like, I'm not really, I don't
Right.
know if I want to teach. And then when I did that, so I did the Cardiff Science Festival Kids Game Jam, and I was just helping out, and there was like about 60 to 100 kids all
Oh,
on
wow.
Zoom.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it was quite intense, and I was trying to help them make video games on this Scratch, it's called. It's online.
Mhm.
It's like a game maker, and I enjoyed it so much, and I was
Really?
like, maybe I like teaching kids, because I
That's
had way
cool.
too much fun.
Yeah.
It was adorable. There was like a 6-year-old boy, and he was asking me questions, and then afterwards he'd always thank me and be like, "Thank you," with like the
Oh.
little tiny voice, and oh my gosh, it made me feel amazing that all these like
Yeah.
tiny children were thanking me for helping them,
And you know
and
that that's
oh
what they love doing if they're
yeah,
going to attend like a Zoom
yes,
event, It's
yes,
like they're
exactly.
they're so excited to do, I'm sure. Especially
And they were,
video
yeah,
games. Like what
exactly,
kid is going to be
video
like, "No,
games.
I don't want to do that.
Exactly. And that's why I'm trying to think that like in a lot of high schools,
Mm,
there really isn't like I
like
mean, there's not enough
classes or
game stuff,
hmm
really, like not enough game related things, and I
yeah.
feel like the game industry is now around like 160 billion dollars, I think,
Mm,
globally.
yeah.
And I was like, you can't really ignore that number. You can't
No,
look at 160 billion dollars and be like, oh,
that's
I'm not
not
sure if it's worth
successful.
it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if you'll
like
make anything in that
yeah,
industry. Yeah.
exactly.
That's
So
so
i'm
cool.
i'm pushing for it. I think all schools should really teach this stuff,
Mm,
and I was thinking of kind of, yeah, making my own game audio course, but not just for university level, but for like high school level, to
yeah.
get people started on it earlier.
Mm,
um
that's really cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I love that. It's so true. Like at least in high schools in America, because I know they work a little differently from the
sure,
UK and stuff,
UK.
but there there's like theater and dance and like art and pottery and like wood shop
Yeah,
stuff, and I think it's hard to kind of get into the technology side of things because it is
sure.
growing really fast and you don't really
Yeah,
have the I mean, I learned how to like type on a keyboard.
yeah.
I'm sure there are like computer programming science classes
Yeah.
that
Oh
people
yeah.
can take now, but yeah, thinking about like gaming and even like learning technology for like film scoring and stuff, like any of that kind of stuff
Yeah.
you could probably start in high school now.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
yeah.
Like, I know that there's a lot of high schools that give iPads to like all of their pupils have
Yeah.
iPads. And I was like, that's amazing. But some schools don't. And I think some
Yeah.
schools, even if they had the technology, they don't know how to use it. So
Mhm.
they need people there to like really teach not
That
just the
actually
students, but
know.
the teachers how to
Yeah,
use this stuff. So,
definitely. Yeah,
yeah.
I had two high schools, but my second high school we did get iPads and mainly we
Mm.
just used them for like I mean, all I remember people using them for is playing games during class,
Games.
but I mean, they were nice for like writing papers and all of that cuz
Yeah.
you could just have it all in one place. But
Hmm.
I had to take a technology class and I was a senior and it
Wow.
was a class I had to take with all freshmen, so I remember it really well.
Wow.
And the teacher, I mean, we basically like dipped our feet into a bunch of different technology things. So they
Mhm.
had like a recording studio
Mhm.
and they had like robot making. It was just like all the random stuff.
Whoa.
But thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, it would probably be cool if the teacher knew how to specialize in each thing and like you could
Yeah.
actually take a class after that kind of taught you more
Yeah. I
how to do
agree.
that. Yeah. But
Definitely.
that is so cool that that just kind of happened for you. Like, so
Yeah.
recently that
And
you
it
kind of
was
found that.
like I was really struggling because I was with my dissertation. I was like, I don't really know what I want to write about.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know what interests me. Like I just want to talk about game music, and like just
Mm.
like I was kind of being a bit closed-minded, and I was like, oh, but I just, I don't know what to research. And then
Yeah.
it all kind of hit me after doing that Cardiff Science Festival. I was like, wait, I really enjoyed that, and people like playing video games, but do you know what? I'm trying to make like education. Oh wait,
Yeah.
sorry, backtrack. I
Yeah.
watched The Social Dilemma on
Oh,
Netflix,
yeah. I
and I
haven't seen it
loved it.
yet.
Oh wow, it's so good. I
Mm.
highly recommend watching it. It kind of opens your mind to like what social media really is,
Mhm.
and it's quite mind-blowing. And when I watched that twice because I was like, I need to really get this in my brain, so I watched it again, and then I started realizing that a lot of spending time on your phone and like gaming and stuff can be kind of like, it's not really going towards anything.
Mhm.
It's just kind of mindless,
Yeah.
and people are addicted to that though. And I
Yeah.
was like, what, how do I make something useful addictive? So how do I
Mm.
turn education into an addiction?
Yeah. And
Because
actually no, but like
yeah,
it's so smart because it's again, it's something that kids love doing. Everyone
yeah,
likes to game in some
yeah,
way. Like I even have like a puzzle game on my phone,
and
like
that is gaming. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So it's really smart to think about like how can we actually teach people how to make it so it would kind of
exactly.
become
Because
more.
imagine if people were like obsessed with learning, like
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. That's so
Rather
cool.
than
I'm
just
so
obsessed
happy.
with like taking photos and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's yeah, so trying
That's
to make a
awesome.
smarter future, I guess, because
Yeah,
I'm kind of actually worried about like
people.
people. Yeah, I'm worried about myself. I actually have
Mm.
like a problem in my spine right now. I have
Oh no.
like cervical spine issues because of my posture, and
Oh
like
no.
I've been gaming and like doing music hunched over my computer all
Mm.
the time, and like this is serious, and I didn't realize like it was serious because I was like, I'm young, you know, it's fine. And then
Yeah.
one day you wake up and I can't feel my hand because of like
Oh
nerve
my
damage, and it's
gosh.
like this
That's
is
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. And I'm like starting to realize that I actually want to be like an advocate for like, yes, gaming is great, playing
But let's do
piano,
it
all this
to a
stuff's great, but do it
healthy,
healthy. Yeah.
healthy
Yeah,
extent.
because
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't looking after myself for like years and years and years, and now it's all like kind of coming to me now, and I'm
Wow.
only 23. So
Yeah. No, that's
yeah,
crazy. Well, and that would affect you being able to play and like
it
make
does.
music.
It's
So,
exactly. I've had to put my commissions on hold, and it's been a bit depressing. And
oh,
like, I don't want to feel this ever again. So like, I really want to make sure that people in the future generation isn't just gonna be like sat at their computer and on their phone. Even phone neck is a thing. You know, like just
yeah.
from like
Yeah,
your
bending
neck is
over.
yes, and you like that is terrible. And like
Mhm.
human beings, like if they're gonna like evolve in this way, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, that's not like an attractive
No,
thing to evolve
it's
into.
super unhealthy. It's gonna be like, have you seen Wally? You know, when like all the people are just kind of
Yeah.
like super
Yeah,
obese, and
yeah.
like it's really unhealthy. So it's I
Mhm.
just worried, and I want people to be smart, but also like
Kinda
not
think
live in your
about what they're
brain, but live in
doing.
your body. Yeah,
Mm,
because I've definitely been like what's the word, like guilty of living inside your head, because like that
yeah.
is we're
Well,
so like head
it's
focused.
it's easy to do that as well when
Mhm.
you're going into, like, sound design and, like, music and stuff
Yeah,
because it is all in your head and you're
it
trying to get
is.
what's in your head out. So,
Yes.
yeah, and I've
Yes.
I've thought about that a lot as well because 'cause I'm like, I love talking to people and, like, having interactions, and composing isn't always interactive with
Yeah,
people.
it's quite like antisocial.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I mean, you have to be social, to meet
Af-
people and get
yes,
work, but
exactly.
yeah, like day to day, like you're just
On your
working by
own.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've like I'm still figuring out during the day like, oh, I need to take a break like at a certain point so I
Oh,
can like
that's
stretch my body and
self-discipline. Yeah.
yeah, no, and I
It's
need to
hard.
stop doing stuff sometimes and like
Mm-mm.
go outside because I'm happier if I go
Exactly.
outside, but it's
Exactly.
easy to get lost in what you're
Yeah.
doing and just forget that you
It's
have a
that
body.
I can't pronounce his name because I can't remember. It's quite long, but it starts with a C. And
Mhm.
he like I studied like the theory of flow, and the fact that like when you get really absorbed into something, you achieve that flow state where time
Mm.
isn't a thing anymore. Like time doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, you're just completely in your work, and that's super amazing that the human brain can do that, but it's also like really dangerous because you
Yeah.
know, you just like when I compose sometimes I just don't even eat. It's
Yeah.
like
Just and then same with
yeah.
gaming, right? Like
And with gaming, same
when you
thing.
game, like you don't think about anything else because
No,
your brain is just totally engaged in everything
zoned,
going on.
exactly. And
Yeah.
like when your hobby and your work is the same thing, it's like yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. That's so true. Well, that's so cool that you're like
Mm,
thinking about that and wanting to bring awareness to it because that I haven't
yeah.
heard of that
Yeah,
before.
I
So
know.
yeah,
It's definitely like it's fresh, you know, but
you don't think about it. Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
It's starting to now.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're hitting the 35-minute mark
Mm.
and I
Yeah,
would love to keep talking and maybe we can just do another episode sometime and just,
that would be
keep
amazing.
going into things. But
Yeah.
did you have anything else you wanted to add in the end just
Um
about I don't know,
I
anything?
mean, just like for anyone that's listening, like just keep trying, just keep going, and like it's been a really tough time for everyone. Obviously, you know,
Mm.
the whole world is going through pandemic, and it's really easy to get demoralized and kind of become a bit lazy and, you know, stop doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like that's okay. Like I always say to people, like, you know, it's good to give yourself a break. You know, if you feel like playing games, then do that. It's not a waste of time. Always tell people gaming is not a waste of time, because doing what you love is never a waste of time. So if you
Mm.
enjoy playing a game, just do it because it makes you feel happy. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a waste. So just keep doing that, but also, you know, look after yourselves.
Yeah. Remember your body.
Remember that you have this like machine that, you know, you need
Yeah.
to like take care
Feed.
of and feed. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Oh no,
everything.
thank
I
you.
love everything we talked about. I feel like we
Me
touched on a lot
too.
of things that I've never talked about with
Oh, that's
another
really
person
good.
before, like
That's
another
really
musician.
good.
So,
And so
yeah,
we even zoned out. It's been like half an hour and it feels
I
like it's
know.
only been five
It's
minutes.
amazing. That's the best. I guess it's just, it's what we do every day, so it feels the same.
Yeah, it's true.
Awesome. Well, thank
Oh,
you so much,
thank
Virginia.
you.
If anyone wants to find her online, I'll link her website and that her
Awesome.
SoundCloud in the episode description. So
Thank you.
thank you all so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.